Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 22 updates and spoilers. Yay! Our house guests of the day are Janet Tucker and DZ. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so, so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. I hate this part right now. Ew. Sorry. Okay, before we get going, I also want to thank all of yesterday's super chatters. You guys are all legends. You're amazing. Kay Moore, Jody Cortez, Jefferson Tucker, KQ's Beats, Don MH302, Journeys for You by Kathy, Don MH302 again, and KQ's Beats again. Thank you all so much. You're wonderful. Wow, Luigi, what? Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome. Susie Loy, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Super Chat is a great way to support the channel, and we really couldn't do it without you guys either. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. Today's spoiler, we down to one page. It's a one-page wonder. But we can chat and hang out for a little while if I blow through this quickly. So last night, we saw Christmas was evicted by Cody, which means Cody, Nicole, and Enzo are the final three. We're finally here. Voting is open for America's Favorite Player, so make sure you guys are doing that. Let me know who you're voting for. And the feeds came back last night at 10:36 p.m. Big Brother time. So they were down a little bit longer than they usually are after the live show because they had a lot to squeeze in there. During that time that the feeds were down, they were filming the Walk Down Memory Lane meal, which we should be seeing on tonight's show. So that's like when they reminisce about things that have happened in the house, funny things, emotional things, things that we haven't seen on the show yet but have been on feeds, whatever, like stuff like that. And then I feel like Big Brother does them so dirty because after that, they had part one of the final HOH competition, which was endurance, as it usually is. They had this giant ass meal, probably like champagne, and then they're doing this endurance competition. And it was called Scary Go Round. And it's the one where they are on those little discs and like hanging onto a rope and like orbiting around. And every once in a while, like part of their orbit, they smash into this wall or something. There was some sort of a moon involved. Yikes. Doing that on a full stomach does not sound like fun. Yeah, it didn't last super long. It was like 30 to 35 minutes or something like that. It wasn't a very long competition. I mean, it's not going to last as long when there's only 3 people doing it, right? And one of them is Enzo. No offense. So, yeah, it's always a fun one to watch, right? So Cody was so confident that he was going to win part one, the endurance part of the final HOH competition. And everybody else was talking like it was a done deal as well. Like, okay, assuming Cody wins part one, like, I think I'll do better in part two, that kind of thing. So it sounds like Enzo fell off first. And then not long after that, maybe like 10 minutes after he fell, Cody fell, which means that Nicole won part one. Whoa. So that's a big win for her. She advances directly to part 3, which is on finale night. And she will face off against either Cody or Enzo. So they're going to be competing in part 2. Usually, I think that one's on Saturday. So by tomorrow night, we should know who's also going to be in that final competition. But this was a big deal. This was a big deal that Cody did not win this one, because now that means Nicole's got a shot at winning this thing, right? So Cody and Enzo were chatting in the kitchen, and Enzo was like, I knew that this was not going to be my competition. Cody is crabbing about how he kept slamming into the wall so hard, while Nicole was just grazing against it. And he's upset that, like, every time he smashed into that wall, he started spinning so fast. It was making him dizzy, making him feel sick. Treval K, thank you so much. You're awesome. Carrie Zavitz, thank you so much. Wow, you're so generous. Thank you so much. Carrie said, thanks for doing this. I look forward to it every day. Thank you for being here. It's a lot of fun to chat with you guys. I'm really glad that we started doing these live this year so that we have more interaction. But yeah, Enzo was alone in the kitchen, and he says, all right, spinning and ropes are my weaknesses. I wasn't going to win that. There was no way I was going to win that. And he says, I got to win. I got to beat Cody in part 2. This is my destiny. And he was also talking about how he's more upset that he cried in the diary room before this competition, not, because he lost, but he cried in the diary room, and he's more upset about that than losing. He says, I hate showing weakness like that. All right, so I'm assuming he was crying because, he saw his kids in the videos from home video, and I guess he was really emotional about that, which makes a lot of sense, right? You would think somebody would be emotional about seeing their kids, and you would expect them to probably cry or something. He was talking about that throughout the night, how that really messed him up, and maybe even messed him up going to the comp, but like he wasn't going to win that one anyway. But anyway, crying does not equal weakness. Men can show emotion. It's okay. I hate that stigma of like, if a man cries, that means he's weak. That's not what it means. That's not what it is. But Enzo certainly believes that. So he's really upset that he was crying on camera. All right. So I think it shows that you're human. But anyway, Nicole was alone in the kitchen at one point, and she says to the camera, your girl won the first part of HOH. I'm as shocked as you are. I'm not shocked. I'm really not. I thought that Nicole would have a great chance of winning the endurance part of the final HOH because she's good at endurance. It makes sense. I thought, it was definitely a possibility. So she pulled it out. She was pretty surprised. She thought that Cody was going to win that one. But Cody comes in. He's complaining more about how hard he was hitting the wall compared to Nicole. Whenever Cody loses a competition, he's always going on and on and on about how it like wasn't fair for him or like coming up with excuses for why he lost. So Nicole says, I think it was a body weight thing. Also, apparently, like if you navigated around the moon a certain way, that would affect like how you hit the wall. So maybe Cody wasn't as good at navigating around the moon. I don't know. But Nicole says after the competition was over, she was afraid to celebrate her win too much because she didn't want to upset them. And she said Cody looked so mad. That sucks. And Cody's like, why? Like, don't act like you were afraid. I know you were celebrating. And he says, if I was in your spot, I'd be effing hyped. We know. But yeah, the rest of the night was more of the same. Talking about the competition over and over, talking about the videos from home. Nothing really that exciting to report. And then today, house guests slept in, then they were just reminiscing and, talking about things that have happened this season, talking about other seasons. And that's pretty much it. There hasn't been much going on today. And I don't think there will be much game talk until after part 2, until after that's all done. But, we don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, part 2 tomorrow. I'm thinking, I don't know that for sure. Part 2 is traditionally a mix of like knowing the days and something physical. Hello! So I would say if I had to guess that Cody would be better in that competition because he knows the days really well. And obviously he's a huge physical threat. So I think Cody's going to take part 2, but I don't know.
Okay.
You never know what could happen. He could mess up royally. Who knows? They could be doing a different type of competition. We don't know. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I told you guys it was a short one.
Maybe they're going to have the Giannico competition.
Yeah, maybe I was going to say, maybe it's all about New Jersey, but then I realized they're both from New Jersey.
Well, then that would be, see who's the best Jersey.
Who knows New Jersey more? All right.
Hey, that's Jersey.
Yeah.
Not Jersey. New Jersey.
It's old Jersey. So I want to thank our super chatters. You guys are amazing. Susie Loy, thank you so much. Traval K, thank you so much. Carrie Zavitz, thank you so much. And Maricela Castellanos, thank you so much. Let me just write you down so I can thank you again tomorrow. You guys are just so generous, and we really do appreciate it.
This season really blew us away.
Yes, amazing. Not the actual season, but you guys.
Yeah.
So let's see. Maricela says, I really want Enzo to take home the win. I've been rooting for him the whole time, but I think I'll be disappointed. Yeah, I could see Enzo making it to the final 2 because I think that Cody would take him to the end. I think Cody's a little bit threatened by going with Nicole because I think Nicole's a former winner and she's got friends in there. So I think he would be nervous. And excuse me, sir. I think that Cody, let's do this. Let's go through the final 3 and see who we think they would take to the end.
Okay.
All right, who do you think Cody's taking?
Nicole.
I think he's taking Enzo.
I don't think so.
What's your reasoning?
He had a pregame deal with her.
Okay.
He's loyal. He's loyal.
But I mean, I don't know. He's like loyal to both of them. I don't know.
He knows that Nicole effed up and a lot of the jury does not like her.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because a lot of them are like bleh about her, but then a lot of them have said if she were to make it to the end, they'd be really impressed by that.
But against Cody.
Yeah. All right.
They all said if Cody makes it to the end, he's
pretty
winning.
much, yeah. All right. Who do you think Nicole would take?
If she's smart, she'll take Enzo.
Right. If she were to cut Cody, I think she wins. However, I think she'd take Cody to the end. I think she would.
I don't know. She's kind of a bee, so I'm thinking she's going to take Enzo.
Can you blame her, though?
No.
For wanting to win?
That's what I would do.
Yeah. We're all bees.
Exactly.
All right. Who do you think Enzo takes?
Enzo's taking Cody.
You think?
Yeah.
I think he knows he's not going to beat Cody. And I think he feels like maybe if I'm the one to cut Cody, that could be my game-winning move,
Does he realize
Because again,
that?
I think if Enzo cuts Cody, then maybe he beats Nicole. So,
see, I think Nicole would do that. I don't think Enzo would do that.
Okay. I don't know, because the things that I've heard Enzo say, he wants that money for the kids.
He wants a pony?
He wants that bidet.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but interesting. Kansas James, thank you so much for the super chat. You are wonderful. And Kansas says, thank you and Janet for all your hard work. Love the puppet shows. Thank you. I actually finished writing the puppet show today, and I'm pretty happy with what we've got going on. So hopefully tonight
I'm going to record it, right?
We're going to record the audio, and then tomorrow we're going to record the visual.
The video.
Yeah, and then
the video stall.
Yes, and then hopefully it'll be ready for you guys on like Sunday afternoon, I'm thinking.
Imagine if it was acted out by dogs.
Dog theater.
Dog theater. You know what they say, though.
Don't work with children or dogs.
Or
animals, I mean. Right, Lulu? Oh, you sweetheart. I work with
Lucy
you.
would be great.
Lucy would cooperate for sure. Bowie
no.
would be difficult.
Get out of here. That's what I say.
Bowie would be a diva. But thank you all so much for being here. Let's answer a few questions. Let's see what's going on.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you think Big Brother will be canceled this decade?
No.
Probably not. I feel like a lot of people are disappointed with the last few seasons, but I think it still does well ratings-wise.
Especially the sexier they make it. I'm not saying I enjoy that. I'm saying that's what people
want to see it. Kyla says, I think Enzo should take Nicole because not many are going to want to vote for former winner. I do. Yeah, I agree with that. I think also, I mean, like, it's hard to say, though, because I've heard some of them say, like, if Nicole makes it to the end, they could be impressed by that.
I don't think it's that they don't want to vote for a former winner. I think that they would respect the resume of cutting Cody
right
more than the resume of being a former winner.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, cutting Cody would be a huge move. That could be a game winner. Let's see. Irene says they said they want to make up for the season and have a winter BB celebrity. I haven't heard that. I've heard rumors about it, but I feel like that's one of those things that people are just saying because they want it to happen. But I haven't heard that from any like sources.
Reliable source?
Yeah. I mean, it could be out there. I'm not like all over the BB streets looking for stuff, so I don't know. Let's see.
You're not?
No.
Uh-huh.
J Job said, who is the one person you would want to interview from this season? I would say Kaser, but I'm not huge on the postseason interviews. It's not really our thing. I like watching other people do it, but I kind of like to remove myself from that. But yeah, I would just love to have a conversation with Kaser if I was going to pick one person, I think. Let's see. We have not watched The Amazing Race Canada, but I've heard good things about it. You know what apparently we have to watch? Survivor Australia. Everybody's
Oh,
always talking
yeah?
about how good that is. Yeah. I agree. I think it would be good if they shortened the season a little bit. Because 99 days, that ain't it. It's too long. I think if they kept it around 75 or so, that would be perfect. Love that.
Is that a Big Brother kiss?
That was a chef's kiss.
A Big Brother chef?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, it's moving faster now. Who do we think will win America's favorite player? I've heard a lot of people talking about Davon. I've heard a lot of people talking about Tyler. I don't know. I don't see it for Tyler. I could see casuals wanting to vote for him, but he's not my favorite player this season. I could see Janelle winning again for sure. I think Kaser's gonna have a lot of support for sure. You throwing garbage around?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but I think those are going to be the top people. I think Davon, Kaser, Tyler, and Janelle probably will be all in the running.
I would agree with each one of those, but not Janelle.
Okay. I just think she's such a legend that people are always going to be supporting her, even if she wasn't on that long.
He's digging in my nightstand.
Sir! All right, he's getting a little restless, so I think we're going to have to go. But thank you all so much for being here. Sir, we will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you vote for your favorite player. Make sure if you are in America, and you're registered to vote, you also vote for the president and other elections too. I mean, like other, local elections, senators, whatever, governor, like whoever's up. Voting is very important, so make sure you do it. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. So actually, we'll see you tonight. We have an episode chat tonight.
We have a throwaway tonight.
Yeah. Oh, Latoya L, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. And Latoya says, I think Janelle will win. Day, no, because I don't think America will vote for her. I feel like Davon has so much support on social media, but I don't know if that's going to translate to all of the casuals. You know how like the feeds viewers have their favorites, and then like the casuals, a lot of times it doesn't really line up.
Yeah.
So I see exactly what you're saying, Latoya. But yeah, thanks guys for being here. We'll see you later. I really hope this episode is going to be worth my time tonight.
Entertaining? You hoping to see Jurgen on the floor?
I'm sure we will. I am missing D&D tonight for this, so it better be good. But we'll see you guys later. And until then, much love.
You are bad.